Ladies, today this one is for you.
This is about love, it's about heartbreak, and it's about hope.
We're here to help you find and keep the relationship you desire. Let's dive in.
There's a lot of toxic dating advice out there. I know I muddled my way through a bunch when I was out in the field. If you're still single and wondering why, we're about to show you something that if you are on board with any of this sort of line of thinking, it's probably why you're single.
It's pretty bad.
You want to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Or whenever you meet a guy, the first thing that you want to make sure that's in check: finances, career, accomplishments. Very, very important. If you want to have a healthy relationship, it is very important that those three things are in check.
Why she sound like a church mother?
A church mother. Okay, there's a lot wrong with what she just said. If you want to have a healthy relationship, it's important that your man has his finances, career, and accomplishments in order. Really? That's what a healthy relationship is built off of?
There's so many things that are better than finances and accomplishment that make a healthy relationship. Healthy relationships come about the nurturing. It's about the environment that you set the tone for. As a man, you should lead that. I think as a woman being into that space, then you should be able to watch that man's mannerism, watch his actions. Actions are supreme, right? If you can watch those things and know that he's not setting that, you should have the intelligence to take your behind up out of there.
So another thing is, when you look at the general population of men, the amount of men that have their finances in order, their career in order, and their accomplishments in order, now you're looking at, I'm taking a guess, I'm guessing 10 to 20%.
No, it's less. It's less.
Of the male population. So if you're buying into this mentality, it could be why you're single. There's amazing, healthy men available for a relationship who maybe their finances aren't in order, or maybe their career isn't all the way where they want it to be, or maybe they haven't accomplished everything, but that has nothing to do with building a healthy relationship or finding a really great guy to date.
It takes a certain amount of time for things in general to get in order. You have to meet a man where he is. I can speak from experience. I can tell you personal stories and testimonies about this. If this type of woman was looking to date me and she wanted to date me after my come up, men, like that's something that you see, that's something that you face. If a woman can't meet you at that spot where you are without knowing your financial background or your financial status, it's not about the car you drive. It's not about how much money you make. If they're not purely interested in you and know that you have something to offer, then they're in it for the wrong thing. They're in it for the wrong motive. When I say I can personally speak to this, like I was sharing with Angela some time ago that I had 8 different jobs over 10 years at some point. It takes a while for you to sometimes come into your financial reign. Sometimes it takes a while for you to come into the space that you want to be in. For some men, you know you're gonna get there, and it's a process. You're following the blueprint, and you're gonna get through your process at some day. A lot of you won't give the UPS man the time of the day. You won't give the factory worker the time of the day. You won't give the truck driver the time of the day. You won't give the FedEx guy. I was a FedEx guy, right? But if you're looking at this person where they are and you can't meet them where they currently are, and you're waiting for them to come up to some level that, oh, they're good enough for you now, then maybe you don't deserve that person that you're sitting here talking about you need to have.
And saying, where are all the good men? The last video we did, we gave an assignment to write down a list of the qualities you're looking for in a man. And I hope that the list didn't contain qualities such as how much he would earn or what he would look like or how tall he is or all those things. Maybe it did, but you need to look at a man's internal qualities to see what you're going to get. The external qualities will change. They're superficial. They will continue to change as long as you know people don't stay the same. But those internal qualities, is he patient? Is he kind? Is he a good listener? Is he attentive? Does he put effort in? Is he outgoing and funny? Is he courageous? All those sorts of qualities, you can make a list of 100 of them that maybe are interesting or attractive to you or not. Those are the things that you want to look for when you're looking to date a man, not if he's established in his career, if his finances in order, and if he's accomplished a lot.
To your point, there are a lot of good men out there.
Because they watch videos like this and they're like, yeah, I'm not settling.
A lot of women can't see a good man because their lashes are too blurry, blurring the vision. Yeah.
That's another video.
It makes me question what type of men that you've been around and exposed to. Let's go on.
Because one thing, a man is a very unhappy man if his money is not right, if his career goals are not right, and if his accomplishments are not right. Remember, a man's ego is about what he has accomplished in life, how much money he has in the bank. So if he does not have those three items in check, I can almost assure you, you're going to get a very unhappy man.
I want to know what made this woman such an expert on men. Like, I just want to know.
And she doesn't have a ring on her finger. So I don't know how effective her advice is.
To say that a man is very unhappy because his finances aren't there and in order. Listen, you're looking at a man that made like in a relationship, in a marriage, you're looking at a man that made $13,000 a year and supported a family of 4 at the time. And I was blissful. I was happy. I was supportive. I know that I wasn't going to be there, and I know I wasn't going to stay there for a very long duration. But what you're listening to from this person is false advertisement.
Happiness does not have anything to do with his bank account. There's plenty of men who do have their career in order, who do have their finances in order, who've accomplished a lot, and they're dicks. They're not going to be good for you. They're not going to be good relationship material, and they're not going to be happy. So for her to say that you're going to get an unhappy man unless he has those things in order, it's just not true. And again, following philosophies like that are going to lead you to think that there aren't good men available.
Yeah, and to your point with some men that do have their finances in order, like the more that a man has access to, here's what money does. Money will expand and elevate and expose more of who you really are. So if that person is a prick before they get money, they're going to be an even bigger prick. If the person is humble and they're a giver and they enjoy serving, then when they get money, they're going to do it on a larger scale.
Shall we continue?
Let's.
You to be very, very miserable. So with that being said, when you meet a guy, make sure finances, career, accomplishments are in check, because then you have a stable man. Because if you don't have those things in check, it's a wrap. You got a miserable man. Okay?
All right, so here's what I want you to do right now. Before I go even further, I want you to jump down to the comments, and I want you to tell me what you think makes a man stable and what makes a man miserable. I would not be surprised if you said this woman, that not this woman, but that woman in that video. That's what makes a man miserable. You can hear the attitude in her voice. Somebody has wronged this woman. Several people have wronged this woman because she doesn't have the intelligence or the information or the knowledge to properly assess and to be in the relationships to make the proper decisions.
The other thing, to her point, that a man is going to take his frustrations out on you if his finances are in order. A man who takes his frustrations out on you, firstly, let's be honest and say that men and women can sometimes take their frustrations out on each other. And that's not great. That's not healthy. That's a skill that we can learn, be self-aware, work on, try to improve, learn our own coping strategies so that we only are giving love more and more and more, responding and acting out of love, as opposed to taking our frustrations out on another person. So that has nothing to do with how much money is in his bank account, whether or not he's going to take his frustrations out on you. If he's taking his frustrations out on you, he's an emotionally immature man, and there's some work that he needs to do to learn coping mechanisms to self-regulate his emotions.
Most people don't wake up out of bed and say, you know what, today I'm going to let this person have it. Right? There are stressors that happen to you from your job, from family, from just life, from all of the pressures that we go through on a daily basis. And here's what's needed. A man and a woman needs a soft place to land. Ladies, when that man comes home or when he sees you, like, sometimes just take a moment to put yourself to the side and be that man's soft place to land, right? Because you want that. Everything goes two ways. You can't get everything that you want and then call out this man and saying, like, he's not this and he's not that, when all you are there for is the taking. So when all you do is take, the givers have to set a limit.
Exactly. And my biggest problem overall, we picked apart some things with this. My biggest problem overall is the tone of this message. It's very much about, what do I get? I don't want a man that's miserable. I don't want a man that gets frustrated and takes it out on me. I don't want a man who's strapped financially. All those sorts of things. It's all about what can I get. And in fact, a healthy relationship, I love Tony Robbins' quote about relationship. He says a relationship is a place you go to give. It's somewhere, what are you bringing to it? If your man is frustrated, say it's about even finances, are you going to be like, well, he's miserable and I can't be with him? Or are you going to say, like, how can I help you? Like, what can we do? How can we work on this together? How can you be part of the solution and be a giver in that situation to help someone have a soft place to land for life stresses? Because you're going to have them too. And you're going to want that in return.
I'm also concerned about the video for multiple reasons, but why is she so worried about his finances? I believe that when people come to a relationship that you shouldn't even care about what this person have to give or have to offer. Not to say don't have standards, but if you're going to go into the relationship thinking that, oh, I need a person that can take care of me, then I think you're in it for the wrong reason. I do believe a man should lead. I do believe a man should support, but I also believe that were you not able to sustain yourself or feed your family prior to meeting this man, whatever you do when you get together, you should be able to be the bonus for each other. You should be able to just multiply and give more to each other and just make the relationship flourish.
So in conclusion, this woman starts the video out by saying this is what you need for a healthy relationship. And I'm going to propose that what you need for a healthy relationship are things like intimacy, good communication, trust, support for each other. Those are the things that make a healthy relationship.
I think you also have to be in a place where you know that you are providing a nurturing environment, right? Ask yourself, what can I bring to the relationship? It's not about you being there for the taking, but it's like, how can I make the relationship better? And if you're looking to give, and if I'm giving 100% and you're giving 100%, then who's lacking, really?
And if you're dating a guy that's not giving 100%, and you're just not with a person that's at the same level of that you are of desire for building, putting energy in, putting effort in. It doesn't mean they're a bad guy. It doesn't mean that they're not right for you in other areas. It just means that we don't want to be in relationships that are not reciprocal. That's not healthy either. So some of you listening here probably thinking, I do give all the time and I always get burned. Well, it's to the wrong guys. Don't give to guys that are not reciprocating. They're not putting in effort. Let them lead. Let them put effort. And if they're not, that's a no thank you. And wait for the person who's willing
and
to.
And don't make your effort freaking sky high. No man's going to go to the moon and back for you. You can forget that. 2 takeaways. I want you to stop watching and applauding and sharing this filth, right? Because this is keeping people out of relationship and literally destroying lives. The second thing that I want you to do is I want you to put below any of the 3 areas. I want you to put either what you want us to talk about next, a video that you would like our insight on, and also what is it that you do that you feel makes a relationship thrive.
So until next time,
keep healing, hold hope, and be loving.
And we'll be here to help you create the relationship you desire.
Yeah, we will.